lot of people are alive, but they're not living up to their full potential of who they know that they can be. They have a lot of dreams and aspirations, and they don't know where to start. And if you're one of those people, I encourage you to watch this video so that you can get on that path to being the person who lives their life on purpose. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's DaMia, and I am here to give you the top 10 ways to living your life on purpose. Number one is very important, and that is staying healthy and active. I don't know, you're like, what does that have to do with my purpose? Well, your body is a vehicle. Your mind is a vehicle. For you to be able to move anywhere, to get anywhere, you need to take care of that first. So you want to make sure that you're eating healthy, eating the right foods, the right proportions, and making sure you're taking your vitamins, and making sure you're filling up your mind with positive thoughts so that you can put in all the positive things to this vehicle to get it moving started in the right direction. And also, you want to be active. You want to get your blood moving. You want to get your oxygen flowing throughout your body and releasing all the toxins throughout your muscles, your ligaments. So it's very important that you stay healthy and active. Number two, you want to focus on the things that you can control, and then you want to not focus on the things that you cannot control. How hard is that, right? Everybody wants to control every aspect of their life, but for the majority of your life, you cannot. There's going to be things that happen to you that you don't want to happen. There are going to be things that are happening beyond your control that there's nothing you can do about it, right? Or there are things that you could have had control over. You made the wrong decision, and now you no longer have control over them, right? So that's where you have to change your mind and focus on the things that you can control. The things that are in your life that need to take, that need your focus, then you focus on them and say, hey, can I control this? And if you can't control it and you can't change it, then there's nothing else you can do about it. You can only try to make the situation a more positive experience, because that's what I'm about making your life a more positive experience. But if there is a situation that you can control, make it. Okay? And don't put any more energy into it. It's either yes, no, keep moving. And if I can't do anything about it, how can I make it better? That's it. 3, you want to have a hobby that interests you. Okay? So a lot of times, a lot of us get in depressive moods and states of mind. And that's because we're no longer doing things that make us happy. And so this is the time where you need to get involved in hobbies that actually make you happy, that make you have a zest for life, that makes you come alive, that makes you actually want to get involved and feel like you have control over your life. So it's very important that you find a hobby that kind of is that you time that allows you to be active, whether it's something that you do outdoors, or it could be something that you do indoors, such as knitting. It doesn't matter. As long as it makes you happy, that's one area of your life that you're controlling and that you're deciding to make a positive experience. Number 4, remember that you have one life. A lot of people, including myself, especially recently, where things are just not going my way. Every time I try to do something, it just doesn't go my way. And I'm just sick of it. I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm like, what is going on? And I just want to give up because I'm just done with it. But one of the things I had to tell myself is to keep in mind that you have one life. And the things that you cannot control, you're going to have to go with the flow, and you're going to have to realize I can either harper over this for days, months, years, or I can digest it, move on, move forward, and continue on being on the path to living my life on purpose. Move on to number 5. Number 5 is the most critical, the most important, and that is your happiness does not depend on someone else. I'm going to repeat it. Your happiness does not depend on someone else. You don't need someone to congratulate you. You don't need someone to come to your graduation. You don't need somebody to be there to pat you on the back as soon as something happens. You do not need anyone else to make you happy at all. At all. When I found out, and this is getting personal, when I found out I was pregnant with my second child, no one was happy. No one. I mean, I can get very emotional about it right now. I mean, nobody. I mean, the congratulations were half-ass. The excitement wasn't even there. And then on top of that, when I found out I was having a girl, which totally made things better for me, finding out that I was having a daughter, which is what I really wanted, people still didn't care. They pretty much acted like that pregnancy was like a disease type of thing. So that caused for me to become really depressed and really sad. And I just wanted, family and close friends to really celebrate with me the happiness that I was able to find in a situation that necessarily, I wasn't really ready for to happen. And I couldn't find it. And it took me several weeks for me to get to the point whereas I had to tell myself, it doesn't matter if nobody else is happy. It doesn't. It does not. Only thing that matters is that I'm happy about what's going on in my life. I am super ecstatic that I get to have this little girl that's going to be able to call me mom, and I get to, teach her everything. I mean, I was praying and practically begging for this little girl, and I had to realize that if no one else is happy, that doesn't matter. That doesn't take away my happiness. 6, which is also equally important, and that is having positive thoughts. This is way harder than saying it to do. When you're going through a situation that you don't want to go through, or that you're going through alone, or you find it very hard to have positive thoughts. You just keep replaying in your mind how you wanted things to go, or how things should have went, and how unfair it was, and who did you wrong, and who did this and that. And then after you do that, that's when the down self-talk happens. You're not good enough. See what you did. Nobody cares about you. Why would you do that? You're dumb. You make the same mistake over and over again. You don't have no worth. Who are you now? Look how you'll look to other people. And the biggest battle is in your mind. It really is. If you can't control what's happening in your mind, you will not control your outside circumstances. Your circumstances will not get better, and you will not move forward. You'll continue to either staying still, or you'll move backwards. And that's not what life is about. We want to, encourage ourselves to get back up and to move forward. And sometimes that's going to take more than a week. I know for me, during my situation, it took me several months to get out of a hole. And you just got to keep trying again each day to fill yourself with positive thoughts, because that's the only way you're going to move forward to a positive direction. Number 7, you want to create goals and crush the flip out of them. Okay, and that's because when you set a goal and you crush it, you instantly become happy. You instantly become satisfied. You instantly make your mind say to you, hey, that was a good job. Look at you. It doesn't matter if you did a whole down self-talk for 4 months straight. If you set a goal and you crush it, then all of a sudden your mind automatically, even on accident, I'm sure, because your mind is designed to not really help you. It's really to only there for survival. That's it. Everything else you gotta kind of build up on your own. So it will say, hey, that was kind of good, haha, and then you feel good about yourself, and then all of a sudden you want to do more to feel good about yourself. And so creating a goal and crushing it will help you with having positive thoughts and living your life on purpose. Number 8 should be a slogan somewhere. Don't try to take it, because I think I'm going to copyright it, trademark it, whatever it's called. And that is, get intentional about your intentions. If you have intentions on doing something, get intentional about actually doing them and finishing them and completing them. And make it a promise to yourself to want to follow through with something. It's really important that you do that, because as you start to slack on it, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, oh, I'll do it next week, oh, I said I was going to help her but I didn't help her, oh, I was going to do that but I didn't feel like doing it, then that behavior starts to become a learned behavior, and then before you know it, months and months will go by and you will not be doing anything that you're supposed to be doing, and you just won't have any direction. You'll just be floating. So get intentional about your intentions. All right, and number 9, which is a really big one, and that is accepting your failures. That's a hard one for me. I have been a perfectionist for a very long time. And I try to tell myself I'm not a perfectionist so that I don't be disappointed, but after reviewing my life, I realized that I can be quite the perfectionist. So when failures come, they hit me hard, and nobody is a bigger critic than myself. I am 1,000 people when it comes to my failures, and I don't need any YouTube comments to tell me how bad I am. I will be good at telling myself at how bad I am. So, save your time. But I am getting on the road of understanding that you have to accept your failures, because if you're not failing, you're not progressing, you're not moving, you're not inspiring, you're not motivating yourself or anyone else. Life is meant to be colorful, and it's meant to be taking risks. So with those risks, you may come to find out that it ends up being a failure. It just doesn't work out. And you have 2 ways to react to that. You can either decide how to create a positive experience from it, or you can sulk in your feelings and just sit there. And I'm positive that the first choice is much better. So always accept your failures. Number 10, which is probably the biggest one here, and that is give back. Like, really give back. Volunteer at a food shelter or homeless shelter or a dog shelter or wherever, or help a friend, or go to the older folks home and volunteer there, because once you see how uplifting you can be to someone else, you will start to be uplifted for yourself. So it's always imperative that if you find yourself in a rut, you find yourself not living your life on purpose, give back. From there, you will start to be grateful for the things that you have in your life and stop focusing on the things that you don't have in your life. I hope you found this helpful. If you have, please make sure you share this video so maybe somebody else can get this information that I think is pretty important. I know it was information that I needed for myself to get out of the rut that I was in and to start living my life on purpose. So make sure you share, and if you have anything to add to it, put the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. All right, guys, remember to dream bigger and fly higher.